Hey everyone, my name is Paul Joseph Russell, but you can just call me Joe. I've embarked on a journey to write my first novel, in fact, a trilogy of novels called Rivendoah. I live with my husband Richard on 6 acres of land nestled in the wilds of Virginia, and every Monday I post a video sharing the progress of my writing as well as projects on our little stretch of land. In this week's video, I'll be clearing our woodland trail and I discover something strange along the way. So, I hope you'll join me on my adventures in living as a writer and an artist. Welcome back everybody to my author's channel here on YouTube. Besides mangling the title of a Robert Frost poem, I'm going to be taking you guys in the woods with me today along one of our biking and walking trails where a large pine has fallen, and I'm going to need to cut it up with a chainsaw and clear the path because right now it's a little bit dangerous. In addition, I was planning to cut or begin cutting a new trail for a bike trail, and I was going to just get started, take you guys along with me to show you how I cut trails in the woods, when I came across something unexpected, and I quickly learned that sometimes the best laid plans go astray. In our woods, the last wild growth of summer begins to thin out along the forest floor. The muggy days of midsummer are slowly being taken over by crisp autumn nights. The last warm breath of September will soon be stolen by October's chilly whisper. A few hot days remain to us, but more often than not, the morning dew hints at the frost to come. Today, however, it is still warm, and there is work to be done. I'm going to gather all my tools, my chainsaw, my axe, my hatchet, my spike, my gloves, and I'm going to be heading down into the woods. Well, everybody, this is today's job. As you can see, it's a fairly large tree that is cut off right here, about 10, maybe, yeah, I'd say about 10 feet in the air. And I am going to need to go ahead and cut this. I think I'm going to start on this end down here. Probably a little bit for as far down here as I can get. Go ahead and cut off the end there and see if I can get it to fall, because as you see here, it's sort of hanging precariously overhead. This is right, I'm walking right on the trail, and you can see people could cut themselves on these, or if it happened to fall, you know, it would definitely do some major damage here to anyone who was walking underneath of this if it fell. And you might be thinking I'm being a little overprotective, but actually a tree about this size nearly fell on me when I was biking about a year ago. It wasn't quite in this position. It was more in an upright position, leaning against a tree, but it was about this thick. And it was held against a tree which it had fallen against, and I was riding my bike underneath of it. And I'd been riding underneath of it for about 3 months, noticing that it was leaning, but it seemed pretty secure on the tree. So I didn't worry about it that much. But one day I was going underneath of it, and I sort of noticed it looked a little looser than it had before, and was leaning over a little bit further. And sure enough, on the third time I went under the tree that day, I heard this whoosh behind me, and bam, it hit. I could actually feel the air coming behind me. It didn't hit the back of the bike, but it was close. And so I'm not going to take a risk with this. If you look at that, with all those spikes sticking out, and it is right over the trail where everybody walks past, and it's more than just our family. This is sort of a connection to a neighborhood further down from us, and so people pass through this trail, and there's a little bridge. I think I've shown you the bridge on the far end of our land into the next person's land in the neighborhood. And so I want to be really careful that this doesn't become a danger. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and set up the camera, and then I'm going to come right down here and see if I can start cutting a little bit of this away, see if I can get it to fall. I think if I do that, this end right here, which is just barely hanging on, is going to crack and just roll off. So anyway, we'll see. Keep your fingers crossed. I'm going to need it. Wow, putting out some heat today. Anyway, looks like if you want to come over here, you know, I've got this thing sliced off here, and I was hoping that when I did this, this top piece would just roll loose. But I don't think that's going to happen. I even tried jumping on it, and it's not going to give, I don't think. I'm going to have to come over here, I think, which I was worried about, and do some cutting here, which, you know, that could be a little bit on the dangerous side. So I guess I'll be videotaping, and at least my last moments will be on video. Before I tackle the big trunk over here, I think I'm going to try one more time right here, just see if I can cut it straight through and see if that will just bring it down. So let's give that one quick shot, and we'll see how it goes. All right, well, for any of you who know, when you're using a chainsaw and you're cutting up a fallen tree, you have to be very careful that the chainsaw doesn't get wedged in between two pieces you're cutting as it begins to fall down. I forgot that and I let the chain saw stay in there just a second too long. Now it's stuck. Well, as you can see, I got my chainsaw stuck and it is burning up out here. So I'm gonna try and take my car jack and see if I can get it loose. We shall see. Lord Almighty. Well, let's see what happens. Let's see what I can do. Yay, I think I did it. Got it out. Well, after a ton of work, which I didn't film all of it, I sort of forgot, I pretty much have it down to about this level so people can walk on the trail and not have to go under it, which today, considering it's getting dark and I need some water really badly, I'm going to go ahead and just cut this one piece here, which is right across the trail. See if I can break that up and then go ahead and do the rest in the morning. So, because it is starting to get dark, if you can see up here behind me, we're getting last light in the trees. So it looks actually a lot darker than it does here on the camera, but just want to show you all the work. Got it all cut up into pieces. All right, path is now completely clear, covered in grime. You know what I'm gonna get? A nice cold drink of lemonade. That's what I'm dying for. And then maybe another kind of cold beverage. But we'll see. It's Saturday night, so why not? All right, I'll see you guys in the morning. Hey, I thought I would go ahead and record this. I am out walking the dogs and smell something horrible. Smells like I think it must be right over here.